Hey friends, and welcome to this video. I'm trying out a new format, so let me know what you think about it. In this video, I'm going to show to you how I plan my month. And it's the beginning of September, at least if you're following the time when I was posting this. But either way, if it's the beginning of the month, wherever you are, or you would like to learn how to plan your month more effectively, this might be the video for you. I am using my opted out planner for online language teachers and coaches that I created several years ago. You can buy the digital version of it by clicking the link in the description. But if you want the actual paperback version, you can find it on Amazon, and I will also link the product in the description. So I will show to you how I prepare for the month ahead of me and specifically what I plan, especially if you are trying to move away from one-to-one classes and your schedule begins to change. There are certain things that you want to put on the schedule so that you continue generating revenue, bringing new clients, reaching out, etc., beyond your one-to-one students. So I start out my month usually with a monthly review, and that's what we have in the opted out planner. You've got questions to help you think about the month before and where you're going in the following month. So here, as you can see, we've got several questions. So what are you grateful for in your business right now? The best thing that happened in your business, and why did it happen? Who or what helped you? This is a really important question because it allows you to evaluate the things that worked in your business. And it's really important when you set your plans for the following business month. So for example, you think about, okay, what do I want to focus on, or what do I want to promote? Well, it helps to look at what actually went well this month. Maybe you had more students that came to you through referrals because you had set aside some time to send out emails to your current clients asking them for referrals. And so you got more students or maybe more product sales through referrals. So that's something you want to replicate. And this is how you build your own strategy instead of relying on some guru on the internet that tells you, oh, you need to run Facebook ads. Facebook ads, by the way, are amazing, but not for everybody and not at every stage of your business. And especially if you are working online on another platform, then, Facebook ads obviously are not going to work for you. So what have you done that gets you closer to where you want to be? This allows you to track your progress. When you work online, when we have one goal after another, it's very difficult to kind of bury ourselves with the day-to-day of what we're doing. So it's helpful to look at the milestones of the things that we have actually accomplished, because we may not be at the goal that we want to get closer to. For example, sell products, sell X amount of dollars in products every month. But we may have created a product, or we may have several students that said, yes, I would like to try out your product. So you have a beta or focus group that is going to help you test this product out. So that gets you closer to where you want to be. And that is a step closer to your goal, as opposed to sitting there thinking about one day I'm going to do it. What worked for you this month that helped you move forward? That's another way to evaluate what good things that happened, things that worked for you. I like to look at what worked in my marketing, and specifically looking at the things that I believe can be replicated in the next month. Something bad happened. Did something bad happen? And by this, it's like, did you do something that did not work? And what can you learn from this? Now, here, it's very important not to beat ourselves up about things that didn't work, but to learn from it. And so the following questions: why did it happen? And what can you do in this situation or to improve the situation in the future? This is like really helpful information. Now, then we move on to the monthly intention setting. And so you don't have to like fill out everything to the T. You could just write a couple of sentences. It's important to go back to why do you do what you do? What is important? Why does it matter to you? So for me, it's important that online language teachers all over the world work more sustainably. And when I reiterate and go back to that theme, it gives me, or it strengthens my motivation to move forward. Because sometimes when you go out there and you promote something or you talk about your work online, you invite people to join programs, it's very easy to forget the why behind it. And so it's important to go over it. So the upcoming month, what projects, goals, or topics and people need your attention this upcoming month? Here, I usually look at my current clients, one-on-one clients, and I also look at the people I work with in our community in the Smart Teachers Library, which actually opens in a couple of weeks, and I hope that you can join before the end of this year and get support that you need to start moving forward in your business. Not just to think about that one day will happen, but to actually make it happen. The number one priority. Oh, and then of course, what am I going to do to reach to new people? So it's always my current clients, my customers, people that I've worked with, and how do I plan to reach to new people? And it might be a collaboration, it might be a podcast appearance, it might be, a Facebook ads campaign if that's something that you're doing and so forth. But that's something that you want to put in. Maybe you want to, ask your current students to again refer their friends to you. So you want to put it down here to know how you're going to promote your work beyond your current circles. And that is the difference between, working for a platform that is kind of doing the promotion for you versus doing it yourself. Okay. Your number one priority. Maybe there's a big launch coming up. Maybe you want to try out a workshop and a paid workshop and bring more people in, etc. What will you focus on in your learning? What are some things that you want to learn this month? It can be related to your business, or it doesn't have to be. How do you nurture your creativity? Do you plan to take your watercolors? Do you want to write something? Do you want to, write poetry? Do you want to make something by hand? Do you want to play an instrument, etc.? Nurturing your creativity allows you to come up with connections and new unexpected solutions for the problems you might have. Anytime I have an issue where I like hit the wall, I realize, okay, I need to go and draw something, or maybe I need to go and play the piano. And usually like the urgency or this idea that, oh my gosh, this is like such a big deal that is brewing in my head, it will be resolved. So nurturing your creativity. If you're in the Smart Teachers Library, we have doodle lessons. They are coaching lessons, but they also give you an opportunity to just sit there and draw something. And you don't have to be artistic. It's not even anywhere to be posted. It's something that you do for yourself. And of course, there are some people that are doing a quite good job at that. When will you take a break and what will you do? That is important, something to look forward to. I have like something to look forward to scheduled for this month already and for next month. So I'm very excited because I plan to do a lot of work in the next couple of months, actually several months. So it is my priority to always look for, okay, how am I going to take a break? Am I going to book a massage? Am I going to book a facial? Am I going to like go on a trip and see a friend? Am I going to go to the beach, depending on where you are? And then how will you reward yourself? That's another thing. Like, okay, if you cannot like take a break, a long break, plan a small short break half of the day and reward yourself with something. For me, my everyday reward is being able to sit down with a cup of coffee or tea and a little snack and look out the window, and I have my journal with me, and I have some mindfulness cards that I pull and reflect on one, challenge that they give to me. And there's also usually an exercise. So notes and ideas are here. You can put your month, right? And you can draw or doodle. That is really, really helpful. The next one that I'm particularly proud of, this page, this is your monthly financial planner. When I had one-on-one students and I started introducing products, I found it very difficult to actually plan my finances in a way that would be helpful, where I could just try and see, okay, what do I need? What is my goal? So let's say your goal might be, let's say, $1,000. And to achieve that, maybe you plan to have, you already have, let's say, 3 clients. Client 1, client 2, client 3, and each client maybe is paying you $200. And this is the income that you already have. These are the people that will most likely renew. So, which means to get to a goal of 1,000, and I usually recommend to people, if they have a goal like that, to actually alter it to add 30% to it. Why? Because it is most likely that somebody's going to drop off, or maybe you will need some extra money to pay for this or that. Or if, you make this extra money, you can put it in the savings for something. But if your goal is 1,000, after you add up everything, all of your expenses, including your payroll, because your payroll is not just the only item that your business goes by. Like if your payroll, if that's what you want to pay yourself, then you probably want to make double this amount, okay? And then add 30%. So I'm just giving you some kind of like an anchor for this. Because if you do not have a budget that allows for both payroll and your business growth, right? If everything that you make pays your salary, then there's no investment and then there's no growth. Eventually, it's going to really strip your business and kind of make it very difficult, make it hard for you to move forward. So consider that. So this is not what you're paying. If this is your goal, then you're probably paying yourself $500. If you want to pay yourself this, then the goal, it's important to set the goal higher. Now, I generally, rule of thumb is I double this amount, but it doesn't have to be that. You can start where it's doable. Okay. And then if you really want to increase how much you're making, then you might want to consider what you're charging. Okay. So let's say now the goal is 1,300. And so currently it's 600, which means you need to get 2 more clients at $200. And then you plan to make 1,000, right? And then maybe you have a product, maybe you have an audio course. And the audio course is, let's say, $50. So the number of sales would be 6 in order for you to make 300. Okay. But then there are other things. Maybe you want to plan some other program that you want to run. So instead of, getting 2 clients, maybe you want to have a program and enroll 2, 3 people, so that's another thing. But why do we need all this? Okay, this is new. Why do we need all this? Is so that we have an idea what we're going to promote this month. So if I want to get 2 new clients, it means that I want to send out invitations to maybe discovery calls, or ask my current clients to refer their friends to me and give them the link to this free discovery call, right? And then if I want to sell 6 audio courses, I need to figure out, how am I going to do it? Am I going to do a group class and then sell it on a group class? That is one way. Am I going to try and do it on social media? How do I do this? What do I need to do? Maybe I want to go to other people's Instagram accounts or YouTube and get interviewed to talk about my course, and then I can offer maybe one audio from my course for free and then follow it up with the actual audio course. Maybe I have a newsletter and I want to launch my audio course. That's another thing. So it's really important to think all this, like, if this is the case, here's what I need to do. I need to, number one, send the discovery call link. If that's how you want to get new clients, or maybe you can send an email with a request to refer clients to you, right? So you need to prepare for it. Like, if I need 2 clients, I better get off my butt and actually start doing some work. And 3, if I am selling a course, how am I going to do it? In order for me to sell a course to a number of people, I need to reach to even more people. So how can I reach to new people? Maybe I need to book a live, right? And I build my sales funnel. I book a live with somebody who has a larger audience to talk about my audio course. And then, as a call to action, I ask people to, go sign up, and they will receive a free lesson from my audio course. So, free lesson. And it might be automated. This is what it's like. Or maybe it's a free video of the, if it's a different course. And then after these people have received it, then you can follow it up with an invite to the course. And of course, in this case, you want to offer an incentive, so people don't sit there and think, oh, well, why should I do it this month? I can do it next month. So think through this before you go to the actual monthly planner. So this is our monthly planner, okay? We put the month in, and you can put the dates here. And what I like doing when I plan my month is to, first of all, write down my content calendar. And the easiest thing for me is always the newsletter, because I do it once a week. I send a newsletter once a week. So I can put newsletter 1, newsletter 2, newsletter 3, newsletter 4, okay, on Thursdays. And if my goal is to be selling my audio course on, let's say, how to motivate yourself to learn languages, then the newsletter will be about motivation. So you can talk about motivation to your students in every one of these newsletters. And as a call to action, you can invite them to purchase your course, okay? Then if it's the beginning of the month, I want to make sure, if my goal is to find 2 new clients, then I want to start doing that right away. I don't want to wait until the last moment. So here I will put right to my clients, ask for referrals. And think about the incentives. What am I going to give to these clients if their friends sign up? So I used to do that if your friend signs up, they're going to get a bonus lesson and you're going to get a bonus lesson. This is the easiest one. You don't have to think about cash, discounts, whatever. It's very easy. And usually people that your students that really love promoting you, they are going to do that to just get more time with you, so that's fun. Now, if you do not have the time, you might want to think about something else. Maybe discounting for 1 month might be a good idea for the sake of you getting these 2 clients. And then, next month it's going to be different. How are you going to create the incentive? You can say, this is the last month of these prices, and next month I'm increasing prices. Or you can say, if your friend signs up this week, they are going to get a lesson or a bundle of lessons at this amount. Okay. Now, if you want to, let's say, sell a group program and you want to bring a lot of people, right? Depending on where you are in business, obviously. If you already have an audience, so it makes sense to bring people into a live class, and then in a live class, you sell your product. So for example, actually, it's quite appropriate because I have a live class coming up on the 17th. And this is when I am going to talk about voice chat based learning and sustainable online teaching, and then invite people that are ready to actually commit to the goal of switching to working sustainably into the Smart Teachers Library, which is our community. If you're interested in the live class and would like to catch it live, I am offering 3 coaching sessions. I'm going to raffle them in the session if you make it live, right? So you need to make in real time. But either way, the recording will also be available. So I put the live class, and I also know that I'm going to open the library. And then I am going to write, okay, so I want to keep it open, right? The enrollment will be open. It will be a short enrollment for 3 days. And then I'm going to do on Friday a party, which I usually do for the library members, where I talk about self-coaching tools and how to navigate the library and how to take the most out of it. And then here is the group coaching session. So I usually put it all down so I remember what I have. So group coaching session is this week, right? It's going to be the 24th. And then the 30th is when I get all of my new materials ready for the next month. Okay, so, and I can write it even here, new materials. So by Friday of that week, I will have prepared all the new materials because I usually publish them on the 1st of each month. Inside the library. So all of these things, I like to put them down, obviously the newsletters, and, I'm also going to have a podcast here that will come out. So what is needed for that means that this week, the week of the 9th, I'm going to prepare for the podcast launch. And for me, that means just because I batch podcasts, I pre-record everything, and then I set it up, and I have an editor who comes in and actually puts it together, and there's somebody else who puts it on the platform. But whether you're working with somebody or you're working yourself, it's good to get all these things and look at your month at one glance and say, okay, this is what is necessary. This is what I want to put in place. Obviously, you put the numbers here as well. And I like writing then based on everything that you put here, then you say, okay, what are my high priorities? So my high priority is to prepare for the launch, right? To prepare for the live class, to prepare for my calls with potential students that my current clients will refer to me. So this is my high priority. other things that need to happen. And these ones, I really like that because that's when you look at 1 week and see, okay, what are some things you want to do? You can block the time, but what I usually do is just think about 3 main goals that I want to accomplish this month, and I just record them here. And it's usually like very helpful to only keep this to 3. So when you do more, you're kind of excited that you even did more. But 3 most important things will allow you to, or will teach you rather, to prioritize and to say to yourself, okay, I don't have to do everything. I can just do enough. Okay. And these 3 things are enough. If I get them accomplished today, that's great. And so letting go of those incredibly long and anxiety producing to-do lists is a huge service that you can do to yourself. And as you can see in our planner, we have a lot of white space to allow you as much creativity as you need, as much, you can put as many things as you want to, and it gives you space to take out things that don't really need to be there.